In May, I visited Mauritius for the first time, and I visited some beaches, did some diving, did some walking, and did some sightseeing. And I'm gonna document this 12 days in a travel document. So I just arrived in Mauritius for the first time, and walking towards the taxi. And don't confuse yourself with this cloudy weather, it was actually 28 degrees Celsius. How long does it take to drive there? 1 hour 10 minutes. So my hotel was in the north of Mauritius, and the airport is right in the south, so it took about 1 hour's drive. And this taxi I actually booked online, and the cost was 2,000 rupees. You can also pay in euro, and the cost will be 50 euro. However, I found 2,000 rupees works out less than 50 euro, so I would suggest doing that. So I noticed on the freeway, instead of having flyovers, they have roundabouts everywhere, which are, I think if I was living there I wouldn't like that, after driving like 100 or 110, and then you have to take a roundabout every time. But I guess they're used to it.
Yeah, Creole.
Okay. Was that Creole when you spoke for the directions for the hotel?
Qui direction nous n'avons pas allé? Qui direction nous n'avons pas allé?
Was that the language?
It's language Creole. In Creole we said, qui côté nous bisons aller? Qui côté nous bisons aller? Like for good morning we said bonjour,
Yeah.
and good afternoon we say au
Okay.
revoir. Au revoir, ou you can say bonsoir.
So my plan is to stay 12 days in Mauritius. I did come with somebody who planned some tours for me, and that person. We would go on some tours for a few days, and generally I didn't do any research on Madagascar. Always I say Madagascar, on Mauritius. However, when I was here, I asked the drivers a little bit and discovered that Mauritius and South Africa have quite a similar history. It's like the Dutch got here. Firstly, the Portuguese discovered it, and the Dutch tried to settle down. The Dutch came here, there was not much food, and they ate up all the dodos and chopped down a lot of trees. But they tried to plant sugar cane, but it wasn't very successful, even though they imported slaves from Madagascar, but not a lot. But within like short time, I think by 1710 they quit, and then the French came and they brought many more slaves. They brought, like the Dutch only brought like 100 or 200 slaves, whereas the French brought about 60,000 slaves by the time they were here, still in 1810 when the English took over. So they had slaves from Africa and many countries like Africa. Actually they got slaves from the Arabs and the Madagascar people. They also, apparently according to Wikipedia, also provided slaves. So, but then the English came and kicked them out and abolished slavery, and then they brought indentured workers. By that time, there was 60,000, as I said, slaves, which made up 80% of the population. However, soon the English brought like hundreds of thousands, and by 1920 or something, there was like 500,000 already. Indentured workers who were kind of oppressed and treated badly. Eventually they got freedom, and that's Mauritius, and I will be exploring that Mauritius now, with mostly the independent Mauritius, with the people that's mostly there now, what's left over from all of that. Before the Portuguese came, there was Arabs and some people from the Oceania or something that came here, but they didn't settle or do anything. And Mauritius, I think I looked up, was formed like 10 million years ago. So later when you see the beaches, you will see that the sand is not always so smooth like in South Africa, where the beaches formed like a couple of 100 million years ago. So I had more time to get finer. So this is the first residential area that I've seen in Mauritius, and apparently the property is quite expensive. However, most people can afford it, so that is actually good, and most people actually have a house. There's another video I've made about that. Find the, maybe later you can look at it. The architecture quite interesting, how they built. I do notice is that the soil is very fertile, and I guess there's a lot of rain and it's quite warm, so there's a lot of greenery everywhere. The nature just wants to grow in between the houses, and I like that. It looks kind of wild and not so perfectly manicured, but it gives it a natural look. You have the first mountains that I've seen here, and as you got closer, there's quite some interesting shapes. So you can see that one shape on the tip there, like a spiky point, and they have quite some interesting shapes that are all natural. Some of it doesn't look very natural, but it's all natural. They even like name some mountains after like baboons and stuff. So maybe later you can see that again. And as you can see, those mountains and living areas, residential areas. So initially I was scared to come on this island because it's in the middle of the Indian Ocean, a little island, I don't know, a little bigger than the Cape Flats where I come from, just some area. And I was obviously scared of the tsunamis and stuff because I thought it was just like some minute little island, but actually, yeah, you can see we're driving quite long. So like this total trip took more than an hour to get from the one side to the other side, so it's not some little small island that can be swept away by a tsunami that easily. So here's a mountain pass. It reminds me almost of being in the Western Cape. The one road when you come down from Salauri's Pass looks a little bit like this, but I guess it's not as green there. and in Cape Town you would see baboons. Apparently they also have some monkeys here that was brought in here from, not exactly sure which Europeans brought the monkeys. The monkeys came and destroyed most of, I think they killed a lot of the natural animals as well. But anyways, this is quite a beautiful view going down this mountain. So this is closer to the north side, and you can see there's even some big supermarkets or malls like we have in South Africa or any other city. And funny enough, in all this 12 days we didn't go to one mall, and we just ignored all of that. And you can see as we go along here, this is like more built up areas, and I think we will be living down there somewhere. So this is where, or very close to where we will staying. Soon you will see it at the end, and that would be. So this is our apartment block, and first day after sleeping, and we're taking a walk to the pool or the ocean, which is about 700 meters away. So yeah, first day in Mauritius, in what's this place called? I forget. Sunset Bliss at Pereybere. Itchy witchy. We had some mosquito attacks, which is as to be expected in a tropical zone. But they were not too bad. I think after like half an hour it stops itching. There's no holes in this. What the hell's going on here? Dumping a burial ground for...
I don't know, what was that? I think we must go to the left. There's bread for you on the floor. You walk so fast, man. Whew, yeah, I'm out of breath already. Remember we used to race when we were small. We were walking. Oh, you're gonna come dive here?
Yeah.
Did you book already?
Yeah.
You booked already?
Yeah, I didn't pay yet.
Okay. When?
Tuesday.
The whole day?
No, I don't know how long it is.
Or were you gonna dive?
It's around here. I want to go.
Are you gonna go underwater and all that shit?
Yeah, I need to dive underwater.
My t-shirt's in the bag now.
Oh, you what?
A t-shirt.
Yep.
Okay, good. I think we must go over.
Oh yeah, look.
Where is it?
Let's go.
I thought there was white sand. So now the beaches. Yo, mighty small. Huh?
Yeah, I don't think you're looking for one tonight.
Huh? It's not like, don't they have like gigantic beaches here or whatever? Oh, it's like so small. Okay, let's just check from here. Yo, they really have made it unnatural. Okay, there's some beach there also, you see that? Yo, Okay. I was under the impression it's bigger beaches.
Oh, I think for the clarified, yeah, I'll book for price along.
Huh? So where's the big sandy beaches? Huh? In the whole island is nothing. You know what happened is they built up too close. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I know.
They built up too close, they messed it up. It's like in Croatia, same thing. Huh? Wonder if you can walk, can you go across there? Oh, yeah. I think the dogs are happy. Few dogs. Huh? I guess we are kind of spoiled with the big South African beaches, but here the water's warmer though.
Yeah,
Huh? With some big ass big beaches. Collect there, I don't know. Must we go around?
let's try. Let's try that one.
Oh, my shoulders are burning already. To close it. They built the houses too close and they killed all the beach. Ah, that's like not cool. How warm is it? Wait, I must take off my shoes. But we're gonna have to put it back on there again.
Oh, I should have brought my goggles.
Oh, I forgot mine too. Totally didn't think of it. To get there, do you think we must go all the way around here? I guess no. Wanna try it? So you need to put your shoes on. Oh.
Ouais, il m'a dit que tu voulais les bien. Oh, ici, là. On va venir à Malraux.
At least this is fun. If my head don't get me a migraine now from the light. Yeah, they definitely built a lot.
Yeah, let's go in there.
Wanna swim, yeah? We just don't need to go.
They did the same in Cape Town, they did the same in the whole world. This is supposed to be a much longer sandy beach. But look at it now, it's like even sloping down already. You know, because they built to close the sand, when the waves come, you kind of push the sand far out and flat. But now because they build all this stuff so close, when the waves come, the tides come, they push the sand and it has to crop up against it. Then when it goes out, it just sucks all the sand away. That's why we have these high slopes, which is not how it's supposed to look and stuff. Anyway, maybe we can still have them knock it down and one day it can be more beautiful and natural again. But at least the water is nice and warm. Great.
Just past this stuff here where there's no rocks. Okay? Whew, it's not that warm.
Yeah.
It's a little bit. Oh, I have to first get used to it a bit.
Yep.
I'm not gonna wet my head.
Huh?
It's suddenly deep.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it's on sand. I can't even reach.
Yeah.
Because you have the outside, I want the underwood. This is in also, okay.
Yeah.
There's a restaurant here also. Oh man. Dis is 'n mooi ding.
I don't know if it's halal or not, but it's 75.
So here's our first meal. Don't know what kind of fish that is. Some local fish, yeah. Tools there. So in the beach restaurant. Yep.